Hi everyone, and a very warm welcome to DevMarCon, the first developer marketing summit from the PMA. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We hope you enjoy the sessions that we have lined up for you. With expert presentations, specialist fireside chats, and deep dive panel discussions on the agenda, suffice to say, you're in for a treat. Just before we jump in, I want to take a moment to thank everyone who's played a part in making this event possible. Our sponsors, partners, speakers, and of course you, the Product Marketing Alliance community. You can engage with all our speakers and their sessions today by posting your questions in the comments section of the broadcast, or you can reach out to them in the Developer Marketing channel in our Slack community. Remember, you can also catch up with all the day's content on demand, plus a whole host of other amazing benefits by becoming a PMA member. But for now, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our next session.
Hi everyone, welcome to our session where today we're going to walk you through how at MuleSoft we drive product adoption through developer champions.
Cool. My name is Jason Joel, and I'm a product marketing manager here at MuleSoft. I've been with the company almost about 2 years now, and my focus is on our developer tooling. So I was really excited to be able to present at PMA's Developer Marketing Summit because it's a topic I'm super interested in.
And my name is Sabrina Marichal. I'm a senior manager of community at MuleSoft. Been with the company for more than 4 years now, and we've been able to do a lot of great things with Jason. We are going to answer any questions you might have during the session, so please use the live chat to ask anything you want to know about our programs.
Cool. And yeah, before we kind of get into the meat of today's presentation, I wanted to give a brief overview of just what MuleSoft does. So MuleSoft, if you may or may not have heard, is actually a part of Salesforce, but we have our own kind of standalone business unit and operating function. And MuleSoft provides the world's #1 integration and API platform. Our flagship product is Anypoint Platform, and our customers who use Anypoint Platform are able to develop integrations and APIs faster. We have a bunch of customer stories that you can check out kind of on our website. Let's not get too deep into the product messaging or product pitch today, but we wanted to give you a brief overview of just what MuleSoft does. So let's move into kind of the agenda for today's session.
And so here's what we're going to do today. So we're going to walk you through our respective objectives and where Jason and I meet and align our goals, and how we approach our community and how it's structured for us to be able to enable the enablers who are going to help us spread the word.
Yep. And then we'll also go through kind of how we do inbound collaboration. So how Sabrina and I collaborate to help kind of effectively work on the product as it's being developed, and more inbound messaging. And then we'll also talk about the outbound side of the house where we use community champions to help kind of advocate and scale our product message and our product marketing. And ultimately, we'll see how this kind of the results of this is a win-win-win scenario for not only our developer champions, but also product marketing and community marketing.
And I'm not going to say this because it's my community, but at MuleSoft, we are very lucky to have an outstanding community. It's extremely vibrant and drives a lot of evangelism. It has countless community events every month, more than 40 actually, and we actually more than doubled this number over the past year. It creates a lot of content by itself and generates a lot of peer-to-peer support on a daily basis. So just to give you a few ideas and numbers here, we have a physical presence of the community in more than 140 cities across 35 countries. And we count more than 500 champions who evangelize on our behalf on a regular basis. So today, what we want to do with this session is to show you how we generate this evangelism and how we surf the wave to even further promote our product launches.
Yeah. And one of the things I wanted to kind of like, start with the numbers, share immediately, was one of the success stories that we've had over the last year. So you can see by this little chart here, we were shooting for something around like 100% growth of number of apps deployed for a particular product recently. And through kind of community-led evangelism and developer champions, we were able to way surpass our initial expectations and kind of grow our product adoption at over 170%, which is incredible. And obviously, it's not completely due to just our developer champions. There's a lot of behind the scenes things that happen with the entire marketing team, with the entire organization. But one of the things that Sabrina and I had worked very closely on was we knew this product launch was going to be developer focused. And so for our product launch event in April-May timeframe, we had a lot of focus on building enablement kits and developer meetups and making community or encouraging the creation of community created content. So we really think that our developer champions played a huge part in the success of this product launch. And for all of our product launches that we worked with in the future for developer related products, we've really been focused at partnering very closely to make sure that that we're aligned and that we can use our developer community to its greatest impact. So first, let's kind of talk about our respective objectives, how Sabrina and I work together. When we think about from the product marketing side of the house, a lot of the times my main KPIs that I'm considering are either the number of monthly active users on our platform or the number of apps deployed on a certain deployment environment. And so my day-to-day is either doing the go-to-market strategy for new products and new developments that we're creating, executing on the launches of those new products, and then also enabling either our field or our customers on those new products.
And so on my side, the main KPIs I'm looking at are the number of champions, meaning the developers who evangelize for us, that we can nurture over time to make really strong advocates for MuleSoft, as well as the number of meetups taking place, because these really showcase the vibrancy of our community. And so my main focus is to source champions who are knowledgeable on the platform and are willing to build their brand. Because if they want to build their brand, they will want to be out there. They will want to evangelize for us and be visible by MuleSoft sites. And so the happy place where Jason and I meet, do you want to go over yours first?
Yeah. So I think for me, it's really about our developer champions evangelizing either new product launches or kind of the scaling out of our message and our enablement. I think that's one of the greatest ways that they can help from a product marketing perspective, because I'm only one person and Sabrina's only a second person, and having this whole community to really, understand why we're building a specific product and then help us scale out that message is really impactful for my side of the house.
And so while Jason sees champions as evangelists, I see product launches as opportunities to make more evangelists. So launches are the opportunity for our champions to meet, to learn more about the product, engage with us, and really go out there and spread the word for us, which ultimately leads to a deeper relationship with them. And so the way our community is structured, we have multiple tiers, but when it comes to product launches, we focus on the 3 top tiers, who are the most engaged and knowledgeable members. So we start with the meetup leaders, so the volunteers who organize MuleSoft events on a regular basis, either in their region or online. We have about 350 of them. And then we look at the mentors, who are knowledgeable members who are engaged on several channels. So they can do meetups, they can write content, they can help others on the forum, they are present in multiple places. And lastly, we have the tippy top of the pyramid, which is the MuleSoft ambassadors. They are the MVPs of the community, the top members, the most recognized ones. And their voice is really strong in our community. And so there are two ways that they help us support our go-to-market strategy, inbound and outbound.
Yeah, and so for the first part, I'll handle the inbound piece. This is really centered around during the product development process, getting crucial feedback from our community members. So we do this through a number of different ways. We'll run surveys, we'll run feedback or focus groups with members of the community. And I was able to develop, a lot of personal relationships with these developers out in our community who are really just, eager to learn and to take part in our product development process, more in kind of a design partnership aspect.
Mm-hmm. And on the outbound front, our champions really help us support our launches by organizing meetups where they're going to educate their attendees on our new products or improvements. They're going to create tutorials and write blogs either on our website or on theirs. And they're also going to create videos, support our promotions on socials, and they're also going to speak at third-party events. So they are really our microphones to the world, spreading the word on what we do.
Yeah. So we're going to kind of dive in a little bit deeper into each of these inbound, outbound, and kind of more the logistics side of the house of like how Sabrina and I execute on them. So first, I'll do the inbound piece. So for the inbound collaboration, I work with a ton of PMs here. They're a great group of product leaders, and oftentimes, they ask me like, hey, I want to test this question, this hypothesis, right? And so together we'll work on building some hypothesis or some question, and we can actually use the community as input to answer that question. So depending on the question, we'll either do a survey to community members, we'll set up a feedback focus group anywhere from maybe 5 to 12 people, or sometimes if it's something that I want to do kind of quick and dirty, I'll use some of the personal relationships that I built. So for example, at the top there, if I wanted to present, like quantitative metrics, numbers, I'm giving some PowerPoint presentation, I want to show this percent of, the community or this percent of our developers, use a certain piece of our platform or think XYZ, I'd probably run a survey so I can get a large sample size and kind of do more quantitative analysis. If instead I wanted to, ask a more qualitative question, tell me about your experience with the platform, tell me about some of your the pain points you run into, I'd probably set up a focus group or a Zoom meeting to kind of get a bunch of people's opinion on either our existing product experience or showcase a new product in a demo and get their thoughts. Or for, the personal relationships, like I said, if it's quick and dirty and I just want to get someone's thoughts on something very quickly, we have a Slack channel or Slack community created for our community members. Yeah, I don't know if the technical term for like a Slack.
It's a dedicated workspace where we can interact with our community members.
Yes, yeah, thank you. So yeah, I can just kind of ping any of the developers that I've met and I know very well, and kind of get their quick thoughts on something. So this inbound collaboration piece has been key for me to kind of help our PMs, understand the landscape of our developer persona more effectively, and help build go-to-market strategy documents, and work on the strategy of our product development process.
And then on the outbound collaboration side, so it all starts with quarterly planning, where we plan our product launches together, so PMM and community. That's where we align where on what we're going to launch and how much support we want from the community. And usually the actual enablement of our champion starts about 1 to 2 weeks before the launch, where we schedule enablement sessions on our online event platform. So the goal here is to have Q&A sessions, mini classes on what we're launching, and answer any questions that our champions might have. And we also give them what we call a content kit, and that includes a slide deck with a talk track, a cheat sheet, some screenshots, everything they need to be ready to go out there and evangelize, and also answer questions themselves, because they have the status of community leaders, so they need to be able to answer questions they get on the product. And as the launch date comes, that's when all the comms start about the new product or improvements, both from MuleSoft and from the community. So we see our champions starting to host events, publish content, advocate on socials for everything we just announced. And it's not just going to take place at the launch date. All of these activities are going to last at least a few months post-launch, as we see more events rolling out in regions, more content going more and more in depth on the products. Also champions answering questions popping up on socials. So it's really a long-term game when we do this.
Yeah, excuse me. So the results is, really everyone wins here. It's good for the product marketing team, it's good for the community team, and it's also good for the community members. From the product marketing side of the house, I think one of the things to stress here is we do have both that inbound and outbound benefit, first from the go-to-market input and feedback as we're working on strategy, and then also the product evangelism and the adoption growth that we see from the execution of all the various activities and content that community members play a part of.
Yeah, and from my team's point of view, that leads to more vibrancy and peer-to-peer support as we have these advocates creating content and supporting others around these launches. And ultimately, that makes a healthy and growing community. So that really helps us grow. And sorry, on the community members front, being able to participate in these launches and getting access to exclusive knowledge from us, they get to build a stronger reputation in our ecosystem. That leads to personal growth. They get more knowledgeable on the product, they get more recognition from their peers as being MuleSoft experts, and that also gives them more opportunities in our ecosystem in terms of job opportunities and so on.
Yeah. So I mean, we've already shown kind of some of the metrics that we covered before, but yeah, we have a lot of great success partnering both PMM and community and marketing. And so, yeah, we're really excited to have shared this journey that we've been on kind of using and taking advantage of the collaboration between our teams and how we're driving, product adoption with developer champions. So I think the last thing we want to do is first, thank you, but also kind of like a selfish CTA that I think is very common at these type of events, which is check out our job opportunities, join our team. This is a gift from one of our recent happy hours, but yeah, I think our marketing team at MuleSoft is hiring for a bunch of roles. I put a link here for specifically filtered on our marketing team. We have a lot of product marketing opportunities. We have some other opportunities as well. I know Sabrina's hiring. Maybe you want to share.
Yes, I'm hiring for a new community marketing person for a new product we just launched. So a brand new role, lots of opportunities to have an impact at MuleSoft. So join us.
Yeah, and feel free to connect with both Sabrina and I on LinkedIn. We'd be happy to just connect and chat. So thanks so much.
Yeah, and please keep asking questions in the chat. We are here to respond.
Cool. Thank you.
Bye.